Hello students. Now in this particular video we are going to study the applications of artificial intelligence. But before proceeding further, we would like to have a little bit interaction about what are the areas of study in artificial intelligence. Now when we talk of area of study in AI, at that time the main focus should be on reasoning, optimization and resource allocation. And this particular resource allocation will be definitely in terms of your memory and then your processing power and many more such things. Reasoning means actually the ability to think, the ability to make a decision. Optimization means to increase the productivity of any particular system. So reasoning, optimization and resource allocation basically includes planning, scheduling, real-time problem solving, intelligent assistants and internet agents. So when we talk of planning, at that time we find that when the human being used to make any sort of plan, he has to take into account a variety of factors. But if the human being is failed to keep in mind any particular factor while making a plan, then the plan may collapse and it may not give you the desired output. So, if we give this particular work of planning to the computer systems are very much able to keep into mind all the factors which are necessary or which are crucial to implement any particular planning, and hence the planning goes well and the task is completed in a successful manner. Then the scheduling means giving a priorities. So the computer system will then have an ability to give the priority to multiple of the task, so that almost all the tasks will get completed within a stipulated amount of time. Then the real-time problem solving. Real-time problem solving means it is nothing but the solving of or the solution of the problem in the real time. When the problem arises, immediately your computer system should be able to give a response to it and to give a decision and take action over it. Intelligent assistants, the assistants which we need from our assistant, which are intelligent in nature, which will tell us where exactly we are mistaking, and they will not only rectify the mistake but also will help us to finish that particular task. And then the internet agents are such entities which exist on your web, and they used to accomplish some of your particular task in an intelligent way. Then the next thing which comes into the focus is natural language processing. So natural language processing, as we already discussed, that is information retrieval, summarization, understanding, generation and translation. Mainly it starts with the first step, that is the translation. And when we translate a particular thing from one language to another language, that means from human language to machine language, then only the machine language will be able to understand your problem. It will give you the solution again in the machine language, and then we will convert it into a natural language. So it involves the information retrieval, summarization and understanding also. And after the retrieval, summarization and understanding, it should be able to generate an output. The third was a vision. Vision includes the image analysis, recognition, scene understanding. Whenever you give any image to the computer system, it should have an ability to do the detailed analysis of the image, exactly what that image is, what are the properties of the image. Then the recognition means the image is of what object. Then the scene understanding, suppose if the image is containing any sort of scene, then it should be able to understand exactly what the situation might be while taking that particular image, or what situation is going on in that particular image. Then the robotics. Robotics is again a branch of science which involves the study of robots. Conventionally, we think robots as machines which are looking like a human being and all, but it's not like that. The robots may have a form like a human, or they even don't have. We are only concerning with getting our task done. So, when we talk of robotics, it is a grasping or say a manipulation, grasping and manipulation of knowledge, of course, and the information. Then the locomotion, locomotion means movement. Then the motion planning, the planning of that motion, the planning of that movement, and the mapping. Right now, where are we when we talk of AI in this particular era? Then exactly where are we? What have we right now achieved in AI? So, in order to explain the exact presence of AI in the today's world, we can have some of the examples. One of the example is SkyCat, a system for automatically classifying the terabytes of data from the space telescopes and identifying the interesting objects in the sky. 94% of the classification is accurate one, and it definitely exceeds human abilities. When we see an open sky, we used to see billions and trillions of stars. In order to keep the information of all of them, in order to keep an eye over the movement of any object in the sky, the human mind is not actually capable. So this particular task is given to a system which is called as a SkyCat, which used to perform this task with a 94% of accuracy. Then Deep Blue, as we know, a game of chess, and as we know, the champion, that is a Gary Kasparov. So the first computer program which defeated the champion, that is a Gary Kasparov, was the Deep Blue, and then this Deep Blue is still further modified. So right now it is an undefeated one. Then the Pegasus. Pegasus is basically a speech understanding program that is a travel agent. That means it used to help you like a guide, okay, and it will provide you the assistance, information assistance during your travel. It will understand your speech and will answer your queries accordingly. Then the next is a Jupiter. A Jupiter is basically a weather information system which used to not only give you the information but also it forecasts the weather. Then NavLab, a Ford Escort that steered itself from Washington DC to San Diego 98% of the way on its own. That means majority of the path which any particular automatic car will travel, that particular path accuracy is 98%. The driving accuracy is 98%. Google News, the autonomous AI system that assembles a live newspapers. TS-1, a NASA spacecraft that did an autonomous flyby an asteroid, and it will save our Earth, of course. Then the credit card fraud detection, and for loan approvals also the intelligent AI systems are there which performs this particular task very nicely. Then there are variety of the search engines for the automatic classification and indexing of a huge amount of research papers. One of the example is www.sitesir.com. Then HipNav, it's a robot which performs the hip replacement surgery. So it's a very miraculous one. So what are the surprises in AI research? So here the tasks which are difficult for human have turned out to be easy. That is the main advantage, we can say, of implementation of AI, like playing a chess, or say logistic planning, or say airline scheduling, fraud detection, sorting a mails, proving theorems, crossword puzzles, and many more. Then tasks which are easy for humans have turned out to be hard also. Like speech recognition, we can do very easily, but computer will take a time. Face recognition, composition of music and art, autonomous navigation, motor activities like walking, language understanding and common sense reasoning. These are some of the tasks which the human can do little bit faster than a computer. The reason behind this is this: we have to implement the logic for all these things into a computer system, and to embed those particular logics into the computer system, we have to write the programs, and those programs are little bit hard to write for, because for all these natural human say characteristics, and the exact nature of these characteristics cannot be determined 100%, and hence because of this, writing the programs for such a characteristics becomes very difficult. And as the program itself is difficult, so definitely your computer system will face the difficulty to perform all these particular tasks. So these are some of the surprises in the AI research. So the tasks which are easy for humans, they are turned out to be hard for the computers, and the tasks which are easy for the actually computers have turned out to be hard for humans. So we have to take the mutual help of each other, and we have to achieve the output in the desirable way. So thank you.